police brutality has been around as long as there's been police, and it's always going to be around. There's always going to be somebody who abuses the authority and privilege that comes with that shield. I'm not excusing police brutality, but I do think it's a rare thing. I don't think that all cops are crooked, but there are bad cops out there, and there always will be. And I think police brutality is about as rare as a self-reformed criminal. You know, the criminal that gets arrested once, goes to jail once, and gets out and says, I'll never do that again, and walks the straight and narrow. It just does what the rest of us do. Take care of their family, work a 9 to 5, pay taxes, and just live your life, right? No, most of them go right back to a life of crime. So that's my opinion on the frequency of police brutality. It's just about as rare as a criminal who reforms himself. So that being said, I'm not excusing the actions of those crooked cops. I don't think the police should be judge, jury, and executioner. And I don't like the fact that all police get broad brushed because of a few bad cops. Because of one incident, now for the next 6 months, every incident's going to be on the 6 o'clock news as police brutality when it really isn't. But I think that our media and our politicians are failing to look at the quickest, most rational, logical solution to dealing with police brutality, virtually ending it, really. And that is, don't commit any crimes, criminals. You see, the problem with police brutality isn't really the police, because it's such a rare incident. It's with the criminals. I'm not saying the police have the right to brutalize somebody because they're a criminal. But if you weren't a criminal, you wouldn't run the risk of getting brutalized, would you? You see, if you don't commit crime, you won't have any interaction with the police. And if you don't have any interaction with the police, then you will not run the risk that police officer or those police officers happen to be the crooked ones. Because that would just be your luck, wouldn't it? And as a compromise to these criminals, because, most criminals are just repeat offenders. They get out of jail, they go right back to a life of crime. They go back to jail, they get out, they go right back to a life of crime. They just don't learn, do they? As a compromise for those hard-headed criminals that just can't help themselves and have to continue to commit crime, the compromise is don't resist arrest. Then once again, you don't run the risk of brutality. Just put your hands behind your back, let them put the cuffs on you, sit down in the cruiser. It's yes, sir, no, ma'am, and that's all you need. Let them book you and let the criminal justice system take place, and everything will be fine. Now, if you think that you have been arrested for the same thing too many times because it shouldn't be against the law, you live in the United States of America. We, the citizens, have the ability to get laws changed. I should know. Me and my friends fight constantly to repeal BS gun laws because we believe in the Second Amendment. And sometimes we win and sometimes we lose, but it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes money. So if you think that you just keep getting arrested for something that you should be allowed to do, exercise your right as an American. Make a difference in your community. Make a difference in this country. Get the laws changed. Fight for something that you believe in. But quit blaming the police. And I just look at it as simple as that. You don't run the risk of police brutality, as rare as it is and as inexcusable as it is, if you just don't break the law. That's about it. Thanks for listening.